And I have the aftermarket fenders mocked up. I hate dealing with aftermarket fenders. Anything, well, like, yeah, fenders, if they never really line up, you gotta like tweak them. This was kind of good right here, though. I like this. What up, though, people? Welcome back to Easy's Rebuilds, and I'm Easy E. This is the place to be. It's been a long time since I made a video. Y'all don't know that because I got backlogs of videos, because I work a full-time job, and I cannot always make YouTube content. I don't know when this video coming out. There's been a lot going on around here. My daughter's in the hospital, and I've just been working on this on the red Monte Carlo, Copart Monte Carlo SS off and on during the holidays. But at least I'm staying consistent with my videos. Always got a video to release on Saturday around 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Try to get it released depending on what I'm doing. But this is a little update video. What's going on with the red Monte Carlo. And maybe I might throw some little clips in because I still got some more stuff to get done on this car before I move out my garage and get started on my other YouTube content cars that I need to actually start getting worked on, because it's cold outside. I can't paint, so I'm just getting a lot of this body work done on the red car, because I know if you're new to this channel, but if you're not new to the channel, it will severely ride it out. And let's go over and see the hack job I did on this car and see all the rust that I hacked out, because I'm not a professional, and I just chop these cars up and piece them back together. But at least I'm doing it in a safe manner, making this car safer for myself by cutting out all the rust and replacing it with good sheet metal, good steel. I will post pictures, try to post pictures in this video, but if I can't, y'all can go find me on Instagram and Facebook. There's links in the description area below. And the reposted pictures will be posted there, if they haven't already been by the time this video come out. So let's see what's going on. So here she is. She's always been standing behind me. Like, it's not perfect because, like I said, I am not a body person, and you won't see this anyway. All this get covered up by that plastic rocker, so I wasn't worried about it. I still got some body work to do right here. I got to sand all this down. This is a piece of metal that I welded in across there. So now I got to get all that all nice and sand it down and get that all primed up. And this car did a lot of body work on it over a year ago. Now I got to redo some of it because it started to, I never bit paint on it. So it started to bubble up again. We started getting water bubbles up under the primer. Water's getting trapped in the primer. So now I got to do it again. I have to do it one more time because this car is still not getting painted. And it's winter time, so I still got to get the door back on. And everything is covered in dust. This whole car, just to tell you how long it's been sitting in here. And I've been working on it. It's all covered in a thick layer of dust and sand of me sanding. The whole interior is covered in the same stuff. So I'm going to end up having to clean this interior back out again. I didn't think about that when I first cleaned out the interior on one of the other videos. Now I'm going to have to redo the whole interior again. But like I said, I don't care about none of this Bondo. I don't care about sanding that down, making it smooth. It's going to get covered up by your door seal anyway. And this is my car. I'm going to put Easy's Rebuilds on it. This is one of my rebuilds. Got a lot of more stuff to do. Got a lot more stuff to order for this car. I got to order the trailing arms, the lateral links in the back. I think I'm going to leave those alone for now. But I got to order new struts all the way around, front and back, if you don't understand about all the way around. I was thinking about ordering new calibers too, all the way around, because the struts are, this car set for a long time. Still don't know why, because she does run. But we haven't really took her on the road yet. Got to get on the road to make sure the transmission is good. Because why did she sit? We know she didn't want to run, and I got her back running. All she needed was a fuel regulator. And I got that put on. Still got a little bit more sanding over here. Got a little bondo right there. But just so you know, all this was gone. I filled in all this with some bondo glass and shaped it as much as I could. And I got this side done. It took me a month just to do one side. Got all down up in there. If y'all can see, all this has been welded back on. Like I said, it took me a whole month just to do one side. The amount of rust that was up in here. Still got more sanding to do right here. I put a little bit more bondo. Should have put some more bondo right here because I got to touch all this back up. I lost my body line because I'm not a body guy. But I was thinking about putting those little chrome things over this to cover it up anyway. But at least she does run. And I'm not scared of these cars. And there's all the rust that I cut away. Pieces I used off the maroon Monte Carlo to fill in the gaps. Pieces I got from I cut off from a donor car at the junkyard to fill in what I was missing. But here's what was left of the rockers on this car. So, y'all tell me in the comment section below, is this safe to drive when your whole rocker is rotted away? And that would be the front. And this is actually the passenger side. So the whole freaking rocker was rotted away. Only part wasn't rotted was the top because it doesn't hold water on the top, just the bottom. And this was the driver's side. This was the only piece I had left of the driver's side rocker. And that's the front of the car. Was nothing left. And these pieces right here are the inner structure that was rotted away. So that piece go on top of that piece, which will hold your structure if you get T-bone. All that was rotted away on both sides of the car. So I cut as much as I could out, all the way to the good stuff, and welded in all new structural pieces. But I am not going to show y'all the bottom of this car because you can cut as much rust and stuff out. Try to open the door so y'all can see. But you can't even see the line where I spiced the new one in. But yeah, the weld in both all that. The other is 3 sheets. You got this inner part right here. You got that middle structural piece. Then this outer skin. And everything here covered in dust. So you got to cut all that out. Find you a car that has good rockers and cut it off. And on the donor car, you just cut the whole rocker off. Bring it home, drill all the spot welds, that's what I did. But on your car, you got to drill all the spot welds out, make precise cuts, measure everything, and weld everything back together. It's just that bottom half up underneath the car that's going to get you, because you can't really replace that. I'm trying to think of what you call it. The seam where you would jack the car up from, because you lost all your metal. Even if this is all rotted out, that pinch weld at the bottom, that's what it's called. Your pinch weld is gone. You can't weld another pinch weld in there, even though you got pinch welds from this, but you lost your main pinch weld that's coming off the car. Because you need 3 pieces of metal up under there, but you only had 2. That'd be this and this. So I had to improvise. So I got a bunch of strips of metal for my job. I do work at a tube. We can make mechanical tubing. So we're in a tube place. So I got scrap pieces of strip. I didn't even need that much. And I actually had got some scrap tubing. My coworker said round would work better, but I said I was using square. So they go a piece of scrap tubing. I use a 1-inch square 11 gauge, and I pretty much ground down the steel up under the car, and I welded tubes from here all the way. Welded because you got to cut somewhere in here because it dips down, and welded to another place. So I welded a tube from the front to the back. Still got to weld another tube up here, another piece, so I can drill the hole for the fender and bolt the fender on. But I got to get the fenders put on there so I know where to fabricate that tube and where to drill the holes at and weld it so the fender will line up with the door and it all look nice. But it is a tube up under there. The other side is much better than this side because this side had less steel to work with. But I think I give y'all a little sneak. Y'all don't really want to see. But I'll show y'all. Some people wanted to see. So there's that hack job right there because you cannot, but it's not really a hack job. But you do not see the under. You don't see anything under the car, so I really didn't care. I still got some more sanding to do up under here. Like I do got some body filler. Then you got the good metal. And I got more work to do back here. But there's that tube that's welded. Everything is welded too, and this is welded to the car because there is that third pinch. Like I said, the third pinch rail that come from the car was completely gone, so I had to weld a tube to the car so I can weld these 2 panels too, which made it super strong. And on the inside of this, I rhino line before I welded everything up. Caught a little fire in there, I had to blow it out. But inside this panel, I rhino lined it and rust proofed it so it don't ride out again. And once I got all this done, I will be rhino lining the whole bottom end of this so it doesn't rust out. I know y'all don't see me. I'm just jabbing off, going at it. But the day is getting late. I have to talk to the family. Because I don't know if y'all can see over there. Way over there on the other side where it's all black at. That's what I did on that side. If you can see that rocker area, it's a tube welded to the frame of the car that runs from the front to the back. And it has that rubberized rhino line. The whole other side of the car been rhino line because I finished it. Even rhino line the brake lines, the fuel lines. And I started rhino lining this side. But I'm not finished. Heater just, ooh, that burned my butt. Heater just kicked back on. But that's what I'm doing this side. Got more sanding to do. And I actually put the doors back on. I planned on putting the door back on so I can start working on the fenders. But now it's getting late on me again. Like I said, daughter in the hospital. Mother calling me. I gotta talk to my wife, talk to everybody. So my wife called me. Not my wife, my mother called me in the middle of making this video. And I took that. I was on the phone with like 2 hours with my mother. Then I talked to another hour with my wife and my son. So now I'm back on this car. And it is what it is. I am not a professional. I just get the job done. I think this looked pretty decent for what I did. Yes, I could make it better, but this is an old car. It's gonna be my car. It's gonna be my daily driver. Well, not daily, but it's gonna be a driver. And so I found something better. But I am finding something better. I'm looking at a 2006 Monte Carlo SS with the V8 to be on the channel. And I just recently picked up another 2003 Monte Carlo SS that's sitting out on my trailer. So right now I have 4 Monte Carlo SS's in my backyard. And they all are 2003s. If you don't know that by now, if you're new to the channel, because we got the red one, we got a gray one, we got an off kind of pearl one. I don't know, it's not white or gray, it's in between. I just picked up a white one. Just like the other white one I had that still is missing to this day. Nobody knows where it's at, but it's still missing. But let me stop talking. And I don't know, should I end the video or should I throw the door on? Because I need the door on so I can at least get the fenders mocked up. I gotta get the hood off and all that good stuff. So I guess I'll work on doing that. Deuces!
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes you. Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I think this life could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel, I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level, they think that work is too stressful. I think that work is essential, the grind is all in your mental. And I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be in control of my life soon. All the negativity, man, I'm immune. I don't really need a mask with all I've been through. I've been making change.
So that wasn't too difficult doing it by myself. Got the door back on. She's lying back up. Opens and closes like she should. Y'all see I struggle a little bit because these doors are mighty heavy, but there's a technique to it. As long as you get the back on the latch up there, you should be able to hold it up here and get your bow holes lined up and get the doors put back on where they're supposed to be at. Now for the hood, I use a cane. Prop it up on the cane. When you take the hood shocks off, because the hinges got to come off too. Because I was trying to think about what would be the best way to get this stuff painted. But I think the best way for me is to paint the hood and the fenders and the rockers all separate off the car. That way, because the fenders have to be cut in on the inside and outside. I was going to put the fenders on first, but then you wouldn't be able to paint the inside. I wouldn't be able to paint all this. So, better just leave the fenders off. That way I can do a little bit more painting, touch up where I need to touch up at. Get all this painted up. Get this hinge, a little bit of paint on this hinge, because that hinge is off the maroon car. The red one for this one was out of commission. It wasn't good. After I took the door off, I found out this one was good on this side, but it still worked, open and close good. But I didn't want to take a chance of the door dropping, because y'all know how those hinges are on these cars. But here go the fenders. And it took me a while, kicked myself in the butt by not ordering these fenders over a year ago when I first got this car, or even got the other white one, because the price of these fenders now are $300. If I'd have got them before all this inflation, it would have been $180. And I just picked up another Monte Carlo SS that need 2 fenders. Got another one out there that need a fender. These fenders getting kind of pricey. Those cars might have to wait until the price of the steel drop back down. But for now, I need this fender. Should have gloves on, because it's kind of sharp steel. My garage is kind of clean. I'll try to keep my garage clean. Have to do all that rust repair. But that's how the fender goes on there. Still got to weld those tabs. Some tabs to go right here. Got to weld those on, glue them onto the fender. But I just need to get this fender mocked up. These get both fenders mocked up. So I can do welding on the bottom. But that won't be in this video, because this video too long already. So I'll get back to y'all before I say my goodbyes. And I have the aftermarket fenders mocked up. I hate dealing with aftermarket fenders. Anything, but fenders, if they never really line up, you gotta tweak them. This one's kind of good right here though. I like this one. But the other side over there is like the bottom of the fender is twisted. So that's gonna be hard to mock up, but once you get it all set, the body lines look good. I can actually push it in more, because it's got to push it in and there's a screw back here to hold it, so it won't be overlapping. About here, that's what I was talking about, where I'm going to have to weld another piece of metal back here and drill some holes in it. So I better bolt this to the car, because there's not nothing back there anymore to bolt into, because that whole pinch weld is gone that you bolt into, and my tube is back there. So I better weld another piece of metal. I might, weld another piece of metal. I gotta find a piece of metal, or cut this one out and move it back some and weld 2 pieces of 1 square back here. But I gotta see how big that gap is down there to get it flush. So I better bolt it to something down there. And over here, you can really see it over here. There's not nothing right there anymore. You can see down there, I don't know if you can see, but there's not nothing there for the fender to bolt to, for the fender to hold to. So hopefully I can fabricate up some piece of metal to slide in there and drill and tap some holes. I better bolt the fender on in the right spot with the right gaps. But like I said, this side is twisted. You can see it comes down. Then it wants to twist this way. So when I hold it, I got to twist it back this way. But once it's bolted in, I should be fine. Right now, it wants to twist and go inside here. The gaps look good. This fender, like I said, this fender a little bit more twisted than the other side. So you got to pull it down and everything line up. Still got to get those little spacer things in here. So we can go, that's not up against the windshield. Like I said, everything is twisted. Other than that, everything the fender lines up. I get it lined up better. I just need to get it mocked up so I can, like I said, finish the bottom end down there, get some type of metal down there. So I better bolt the fender to the bottom and then be flush. And I can probably leave these fenders on here and get this car out the garage with the hood back on, because I don't need those fenders in here. And like I said, it's too cold outside, it's too cold in this garage to be painting. Still, it's too cold. The paint will just run. But I gotta get that work done. They're like, why you just don't put the hood back on right now? Because probably gonna be taking it off, put it on, take it off, put it on, until I get it where I want it to be at. And for everybody that's been nosy, they're like, oh, he working on this car and his daughter is in the hospital. She on the 24 to 48 hour watch, so it's no visitation. So I have to wait until to see what they're gonna do with her, because she is an adult, and go from there. But until then, we pray. And with all that, if you enjoyed this update video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know what we can do to build this channel better. And please pray for my daughter. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Easy E's Rebuilds. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I release a new video. You go get merch at teespring.com. So I'm forgetting everything, and my head is all over the place. We take Cash App donations, and we take donations of cars sometimes. It all depends where you're at, what area we're in. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. There's all links in the description there below. With all that said, people, stay tuned and stay blessed. Deuces!